glad to have you join us on Asset Television News. I am Eugenia Solomon. First, the headlines. ADC positions to take over power in 2027. Nigerian Army to showcase class as celebrations kick off on Friday. Plus, federal government secures 50 million naira grant for Nigerian students. And now the news in detail. Political bigwigs in Nigeria have come together on the platform of the African Democratic Congress ADC to wrestle power from the ruling All Progressives Congress APC in 2027. The coalition, under the headship of Senator David Mark as interim national chairman and Ogbemi Rauf Aregbesola, promises to redeem Nigeria from current economic misfortune. David Mark, in his acceptance speech at formal presentation, said Nigerians have a shared mission that the country be rescued from current situation to the dream of the founding fathers.
We are gathered here this afternoon in pursuit of our shared mission to rescue our country and save our hard-earned democracy. I address you formally today on the operational focus and structure of the new political coalition that brings together Nigeria's diverse opposition groups. Today marks the beginning of what we believe will be a long, difficult, and tedious journey. We have no mistake in our mind at all that this is not going to be an easy task. However, this is a journey that we are prepared to undertake, united in our collective belief that no price or sacrifice is too high in the service of our fatherland. We are gathered here this afternoon in pursuit of our shared mission to rescue our country and save our hard-earned democracy. I address you formally today on the operational focus and structure of the new political coalition that brings together Nigeria's diverse opposition groups. Today marks the beginning of what we believe will be a long, difficult, and tedious journey. We have no mistake in our mind at all that this is not going to be an easy task. However, this is a journey that we are prepared to undertake, united in our collective belief that no price or sacrifice is too high in the service of our fatherland.
He said this is the first time in the country that a government is contemplating second-term election in the middle of its first tenure.
And we want everybody joining us. All of you who are here, indicated where you want to go. There are millions of Nigerians. Nigerians are yearning for equality. Nigerians are yearning for change. Nigerians are yearning for coalition because they feel that they want all of you, everybody, to come together. If you are well-meaning country, come together.
In his address of welcome, Ralph Nwosu, former chairman of the party, said it has come to the time when Nigeria will begin her journey back to reckoning, as all members of the ADC have agreed to sacrifice for the sake of the country.
And we want everybody joining us. All of you who are here, indicated where you want to go. There are millions of Nigerians. Nigerians are yearning for equality. Nigerians are yearning for change. Nigerians are yearning for coalition because they feel that they want all of you, everybody, to come together. If you are well-meaning country, come together. And we want everybody joining us. All of you who are here, indicated where you want to go. There are millions of Nigerians. Nigerians are yearning for.
Notable among those present at the event include former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former presidential candidate of the Labour Party Peter Obi, former Governor of Benue State Gabriel Suswam, former Governor of Cross River State Liel Imoke, Senator Victor Ume, among other notable Nigerians. In a related development, former presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, has said that the African Democratic Congress coalition will always put Nigerians first in all its decisions. This is as Obi reaffirmed his support for the adoption of the ADC as a coalition platform ahead of the 2027 general elections to unseat President Bola Tinubu. Obi said the move was born out of a commitment to provide competent and compassionate leadership for Nigeria. In a post on his X handle, the former Anambra State governor said the coalition's decisions to unite under the ADC was not taken lightly, but came after deep reflection on Nigeria's current state and the urgent need for a new direction. On the other hand, the Tinubu Media Force, a support group for President Bola Tinubu, says Nigerians will reject the opposition coalition and their new platform, the African Democratic Congress, in the 2027 election. The news agency of Nigeria reports that opposition figures and aggrieved All Progressives Congress leaders have adopted the ADC as a platform to unseat Tinubu in 2027. Reacting to the development, TMF National Coordinator Benga Abiola said the coalition was born from desperation, not conviction or a genuine desire to serve Nigerians. According to him, the ADC is not a third force, but a weak version driven by frustration, not direction or unity of purpose. On security matters now, the Nigerian Army has announced for the 2025 Nigerian Army Day celebration commemorating 162 years of service to the nation and honoring the heroic contributions of past and present officers and soldiers. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, who was represented by the Chief of Civil Military Affairs, Major General Gold Chibuisi, highlighted the Army's rich history, noting that the Nigerian Army has weathered multiple national and global challenges from participation in the world wars and the Nigerian Civil War to ongoing counter-terrorism operations and internal security engagements.
It is an honor to have you as we still progress towards the convention the 6th of July, when we celebrate the Nigerian Army. The Nigerian Army Day celebration, which was first held in 1978, is observed annually to commemorate the establishment of the Nigerian Army. It also marks the day the first shot was fired at the Western Town in the present-day Cross River State, signifying the commencement of the Civil War. The celebration also affords us the opportunity to recognize and honor the great contribution of our officers and soldiers, past and present. This year, the Nigerian Army celebrates 162 years of service to our great nation. That is over a century and a half of selfless dedication to duty, patriotism, loyalty, and commitment to protection of families, friends, compatriots, and above all, safeguarding the sovereignty and integrity of our beloved country.
While outlining series of events planned across different dates, he noted that July 4th will be commissioning of civil military operations projects in Kaduna State, a golf tournament, free medical outreach, and a charity program organized by the Nigerian Army Officers Wives Association.
The event will be running up with the Nigerian Army Day Celebration 2025 Grand Finale on Sunday, the 6th of July, 2025, where we will witness a military parade, equipment display, as well as the presentation of the Chief of Army Staff Commendation Award.
The 2025 NATSEL is set to reflect the Nigerian Army's ongoing transformation and its unwavering commitment to national unity, peace, and development. More stories will come your way after the break. Stay with us.
Mom, 20,000 naira for that video game I told you about.
20,000?
Yeah.
Did that just give you money?
Yeah, but I need more for this new release.
My hands are busy. Go ahead, send it yourself. 20,000, okay?
Facial verification. What the?
Forgot to mention, your dad taught me how to set it up in order to avoid sending large sum of money accidentally.
Come on.
You think you can aswap me the way you studied with your dad? You are lucky I'm always sending it. This boy.
With OPay's large transaction shield,
Glad to have you back with us on Assets Television News. Now, the chairman of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, Dr. Mohammed Shehu, has been publicly commended for his bold leadership and transformative reforms aimed at strengthening Nigeria's fiscal framework. In a statement issued by the Conference of Patriotic Nigerians, COPAN, the group praised Shehu for redefining the role of the Commission through a strategic vision anchored on transparency, efficiency, and accountability. According to COPAN, these efforts have led to tangible improvements in revenue generation, equitable allocation of resources, and enhanced fiscal discipline across all levels of government. COPAN described the chairman's performance as a model of patriotic service and called for sustained support of the Commission's ongoing reforms agenda. The commendation reinforces growing recognition of the RMAFC's evolving role in ensuring a more transparent and accountable system of resource management in Nigeria. Still in the news, the federal government has secured a $40 million grant from the French Development Agency, FDA, to develop information and communication technology (ICT) infrastructure across 10 federal universities. Speaking at the unveiling ceremony in Abuja, the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, explained that the initiative of the project, titled Blueprint ICT Development, is a strategic step towards digitizing Nigeria's tertiary education system.
And when you talk about human capital development, what are you talking about? Education is the centerpiece of it all, and health and social protection. As we work and strive to improve our educational system, we have to embrace the future of education. The future of education is in technology, is in AI. So we can not have a better situation today that we have here, where we have a huge support from the French government in supporting infrastructure, our technology infrastructure. And based on what the years of NUC just said, when you were saying that these 10 universities have been carefully selected. Of course, you've been carefully selected. We have almost 64 federal universities now. 10 universities developing their AI, It's okay, but it's not enough. We have to do better. And when you talk about...
Also speaking, the French ambassador to Nigeria, Mark Van Bostier, reaffirms France's commitment to supporting Nigeria's drive for inclusive and sustainable development, particularly through the revitalization of its university education system. Van Bostier describes the $40 million initiative as a bold and transformative national effort to modernize teaching and learning through digital innovation.
Today, we formally mark the launch of the project Blueprint for the rapid revitalization of ICT in teaching and learning in Nigerian universities. This occasion is not only a celebration of a strategic program. I think it is a moment that illustrates France's continued commitment to accompany Nigeria, your great country, on its path to inclusive and sustainable development. It's the reason why I would like to extend France's sincere admiration to the Federal Ministry of Education under your wise guidance, Honorable Minister, and to the National Universities Commission for their foresight, and to the selected beneficiary universities for their resolve to lead transformation from within. Today,
according to Nigerian government, the project will support the digital transformation of university operations, including digitization of administrative functions, development of hybrid and transnational academic programs, and the integration of institutions into the Nigerian research and education framework. The federal government has inaugurated a high-powered ministerial committee to drive the commercialization of research outputs from Nigeria's tertiary institutions. Inaugurating the Research and Innovation Commercialization Committee, the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, posited that the initiative aims at bridging the gap between academia and industry by turning homegrown research into commercially viable products and services.
It's like a council to be chaired by our able Vice President Kashim Shettima, with broad range of terms. And I think there's also, as I was told, a national coordinator has been appointed as well. We have to look at things in a broader way and zero down, because this is going to be a bigger committee, which is coming to being after this Research and Innovation Commercialization Committee. So, in a form of microcosm, that will be your microcosm of what we're doing here. Continue to do your work, and we can now fuse it into what the national interministerial committee will be doing.
The minister also announced a 50 million naira students grant venture capital initiative to support scaling student-led enterprises in Nigeria's tertiary institutions. According to him, a scheme will be anchored by TED Fund in partnership with the Bank of India, targeting undergraduate students in 300 level and above with viable business models and innovations ready for market expansion.
So, because we don't have a dedicated way in which our government fund research, we fund them through various research institutes, and this money are capital budgets. And capital budgets sometimes don't get cash back. And sometimes when they get cash back, the government looks at it. It's government. Government is very, anywhere in the world, not very inflexible, because they have to meet the needs of millions of people. So they look at those capital allocation as research, which shouldn't be the way. At the end of the year, if it's not used, it gets mopped up. There's no research that gets finished within a year. And that's why you need a dedicated, different instrument, a different agency that knows what research is all about. And you put that fund there, and they can fund research multi-year, year over year.
In his response, the chairman of the committee, Tayo Aduloju, who described the RICC as a matter of national urgency, noted that Nigeria's research investment as a percentage of GDP is among the lowest when compared to peer nations. The committee, chaired by CEO of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, NESG, Tayo Aduloju, has other members like Professor Ibrahim Katampe, Dr. Umar Bindir, Professor Sidney Ibianusi, Dr. Deotun Ogu, and representative from the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology, the Bank of Industry, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, and Nigerian universities, amongst others.
We view, Ms. Honorable Minister, this committee as a matter of not only national importance, but national urgency. If Mr. President's Nigeria First policy will have the impetus it requires for radical transformation at a pace where we industrialize in such a way to put our large workforce to better productive use, innovation capital must be ahead of the curve. Also, we think that fundamentally, if you look at research investment as a percentage of GDP, Nigeria remains very uncompetitive amongst our African peers. And then when you match us with countries our size, we are the lowest country in our size capacity in terms of research as a percentage of GDP.
Well, for the love of the nation, a civil society activist, Dr. Peter Piper, has called on the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetukun, to, as a matter of urgency, clear the air about the gratuity of police officers after 35 years of service. Dr. Peter Piper made the call during a protest held at the police headquarters in Abuja. According to him, it was circulated on social media that police officers are entitled to 2 million naira.
And surprisingly, the police are not even letting us in to ask a simple question. As citizens of this country, is it true that they are paying retired policemen gratuity of 2 million only? Is it true or false? Is it true that after serving the force for 35 years, they are abandoned? And if the police cannot come out with clarity, then it means it is not true. I am going to stand here, and I will be here enunciating my thoughts. I will be here, and after 30 minutes, if the police cannot come out to confirm our statement, I will go to the National Assembly, and I will ask the same thing in the National Assembly. We are watching. Every time they talk of security, the only thing we hear them say is, give security vehicle to police. Give security vehicle to police.
Despite his request, Dr. Piper was denied access to the IGP on the grounds that he did not write an official letter to that effect.
Protest is the right of the citizens. Yes. I am a citizen of my own country. I am not a foreigner. I am a citizen living in the Federal Republic of my own country. You don't tell me that I must write to the police to come and inform the police of an issue that the police itself should be waking me up on my bed to come out and protest. Protest is a right. It is a right of every citizen. Yes. Today, we are not protesting against anybody. We are protesting on behalf of the ordinary Nigerian policeman. Those ones who do not have a chance to become commissioners. Those ones who can never become IG. They cannot even become AI.
According to him, the welfare of the police is above security vehicles and police uniforms, stressing that proper welfare will reduce corruption in the force. With that story, we end the news. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms for more updates and programs. On behalf of the entire news crew, I am Eugenia Solomon. Thank you for watching.
Mom, 20,000 naira for that video game I sold you about.
20,000?
Yeah.
Did your dad just give you money?
Yeah, but I need more for this new release.
My hands are busy. Go ahead, send it yourself. 20,000, okay?
Facial verification. What the?
Forgot to mention, your dad taught me how to set it up in order to avoid sending large sum of money accidentally.
Come on.
You think you can assault me the way you studied with your dad? You are lucky I'm always sending it. This boy.
With Opay's large transaction shield, your face is the only access. Opay, beyond banking.